The sugar baby in me is starting to come out. Hi, my name is Joella and today I'm going to review this amazing book. So I took a chance and I saw this book in the bookstore and I saw it was written by South Africa and it was in the African Lit section by this lady called Sally Andrews, right? I read about her at the back before I even read about like the all this because I saw she has this hat on and I'm like, babe, that's my aesthetic. I'm telling you, like I can see myself with a farm and just living my best life and she's just like living her best life. I'm living vicariously through her now. Anyway, the story is about this 50-year-old lady who's like, you know, chilling. She's just living her best life out here in the veld, you know? The character, as well as the author, lives in Klein Karoo. Not sure where exactly that is in South Africa, but hey, whatever. So it's described like this 50-something-year-old lady. She's out here and she's just living in this really small town area, but mostly living on her own. Her husband passed away. Something happens, there's a murder incident, and now she's somehow gotten involved with the murder and is trying to figure out things. Trying to figure out what happened, who done it basically. The star of this book was definitely the food. Yo, this woman, there's so much food in this book. The guys, yar. Tani Marie, the main character, loves to cook. She loves food. So like literally in the book, she gives recipes and at the end of the book, she literally gives you all the recipes from the book and a little bit extra. It's a mystery novel, part of a mystery series, and this is the first book and it was perfect. There are other characters, side characters who really start to feel fleshed out as we go along. I hope that the series starts to flesh out the side characters more because what I got was like, oh, I want more. He's a detective, a handsome Afrikaans detective. Yo! I can already see his calf muscles. So handsome, like in my mind anyway, he's like handsome silver fox type of vibes, you know what I'm saying? Yo, this man is hot. There's the hot detective and then there's another girl and then there's another lady and then there's a newspaper and all these ladies. The one lady, a younger girl, this other lady and Tani Marie, you know, they're all involved in this newspaper and it's just so interesting seeing this town and how slow it is, but somehow there's just a story there. I wasn't expecting it to be this exciting and how it got really dark. The book has a few triggers, which I'll explain right now. The first trigger I want to talk about is definitely domestic abuse, lots of physical abuse, verbal abuse, at least hinted at, not that we actually see it in action. And there are racial things, so if that's something that you're very sensitive about, you know, there's just a little bit, like out of 10, 1 out of 10. And of course, there's a murder, so, you know, there's some gore. This is how the book looks, dude. The cover art is beautiful and they continue this beautiful cover art into the next books. This one here, Tani Marie and the Satanic Mechanic and the Death on the Limpopo, and I'm very interested in both these books. I was really hoping to enjoy this first book because I really want like a murder mystery series in my life. Not murder mystery, but a mystery series. I think it's very exciting. I loved the, what's it called, Alex McCall Smith's books, right? The First Lady's Detective. Absolutely lovely book. I can't imagine my life without that story. I watched the show originally, but I would love to read the books. Stupid fly, yarr. I think my favorite part about the book is definitely the fact that it's so South African. It's crazy. There's so much diversity, as it should have, considering that it is a story set up in South Africa, and South Africa is not all white and for like I feel like the world view sees South Africa as either being very white or half and half with black and white, when in reality it's like the white people are the minority and then the black people, the natives of the country, are the majority. I'm very happy that it wasn't gonna take that route, and I'm so happy to see that this author is so genuine about her feelings about South Africa and South African history, and in a way that doesn't piss me off. But aside from the political side of things, I did really love how diverse the story was. I enjoyed how she implemented Afrikaans into the story so nicely for anyone, even if you don't know anything about Afrikaans, like you can still enjoy this book. But if you don't know anything about Afrikaans, I'll give you a tip. Just when there's a J somewhere, it's a Y sound, and then if you see the letter V somewhere, it's probably like fanzeel, you know what I'm saying? Like here, fanzeel. Lots of nice swear words in here too in Afrikaans, but I will not bore you with them. I love Afrikaans. I really love the language. I think that's why I'm so like into this. I'm like, oh, Afrikaans, damn. Genuinely though, I really love the language. I want to learn it. This book only just reminded me how much I love this language. I read this book in literally the space of 24 hours. This was just a really fast-paced, fun read. Well, not fast-paced, I'd say medium-paced, but enough for me not to want to put down the book. I really enjoyed this. I want you to enjoy it too. I'm gonna read the rest of the series because it's just that good. In terms of the technical stuff about the book, I would say that it is very technically sound. The first technical thing I want to talk about is just the writing style is just very nice, very easy. It's not complicated. It can be flowery at times, but it's not complicated. A big thing I commend this book for is how it was written and how it's seen through this character's eyes. Because this character loves food, of course. She loves food. She talks about food all the time. So she describes things that she sees, expressions, and general things relating to food. So she smells something at a murder scene. She's like, smells like the pig I killed some time ago and then I made a roast. You know what I mean? Like, that's how she thinks. We're really seeing the world through a cook's eyes. And I really loved it. At first I found it annoying because it's so flowery and pretty. But as I went on with the book, I started to appreciate it a lot more because it does add like depth and uniqueness to her story. So yeah. In terms of structure, never felt boring. You know, there were scenes what were a bit slower, but that was for the sake of character development and to get to know characters around you a bit more, which I think is very necessary to the plot because it's half like a plot-driven story as well as a character-driven story. You know, I feel like sometimes with mystery books, it can be like very plot-driven and like kind of take away from the characters. So it's so nice to see these characters really fleshing out, and it's just such a good first book. This book was fantastic. I don't have much time, but I want to tell you that this book is amazing and I think you really should read it. You will have a good time, and just if you're not going to read it for the sake of like story, read it for this Afrikaans man. His name is, damn, the man's name is Skenemea. My guy, just read it for him. He's good looking, he has calf muscles, he's a detective, he's strong, he's handsome. Okay, ooh, the sugar baby in me is starting to come out. Okay, love you, bye. Thanks for watching.